Planet Coaster 2 just has one of its biggest updates this year with a new DLC, lots of new content, a new winter pack, we finally got snow and a lot more. So let's have a look what's new in update 8 and the brand new DLC. So I have the changelog right here next to me and oh my god, I can keep scrolling, there is a lot to go through. So let's just start actually with the brand new DLC. This new DLC adds 2 new flat rides, 2 new roller coasters and a flat ride for your water park. So if we're going to look at flat rides, I think this is actually already the first one. It's the airdrop. I think most people will actually recognize this one from the Toy Story in Disneyland. I think there's some of this. It is a very fun flat ride, perfect for families. So I've seen a lot of people complain that there were not enough flat rides for, well, families and kids, and well, this definitely does fit really nicely in that. I can, I guess, put it on testing. The main thing it does is, of course, go up and down. It's not the most intense ride, but well, I said it's for families. Well, this one is going to test in the background. We have another flat ride, which is definitely not for kids. Let me see where it is. I think it's this one, high roll. I think this is like the top spin or top scan spin. I'm not entirely sure what it's called in real life, but this one is quite intense, I would say. I've done this one also in real life. Maybe some of you will know it out of Thor Park, or I think there's also one in Knott's Berry Farm. And this is more of like a fun fair flat ride. But again, this one looks really good. I like how there's like the actual like sort of like LED screens in here. And if I have to guess, as always, you can change the colors and change the whole programming of the ride. There is, well, quite a lot of steps and different animations you can do with this. And the same as the patterns and everything you can change. Same for, well, this flat ride here, where you can do the exact same with the amount of drops, high, hold high, or whatever you want to do with it. But yeah, these are the 2 brand new flat rides. Very welcome additions, of course, in the DLC. So you will have to pay for these, but I think they are very nice. Alright, before we're going to look at the 2 new roller coasters, I think if we go to, where's Flumes? No. Poos? Actually, I have no idea where this is. Poo Extra? No. Now, where am I going to be able to find this new flat ride? Oh, it is actually just in the flat ride itself. It's the Wave Sim. This is actually a very unique flat ride. I guess if we put it on testing, maybe we can actually see someone go down it. Oh yeah, there we go. There's someone. Look, and they all do like cool tricks. If I'm correct, every time it's actually different what they do with it. So that is just really cool. I'm not sure if they actually like fall sometimes. If I have to guess, that they might actually do it, but this is a very cool flat ride. Of course, this is mainly for your water parks, and I think this is a great addition to the game. Not entirely sure why it's in like this toy box pack, but so be it, I guess. Alright, well, that's the 3 flat rides, I guess. Let's have a look at the 2 brand new roller coasters. And I guess we're going to start with the small family, well, kid coasters. The F&F Thriller Industries Kid Coaster. This, again, feels like a fun fair roller coaster. It really reminds me of these, like, coasters you have on the German fun fair. And, yeah, I guess that's just it. I'm not going to build a full layout. Maybe there's actually a blueprint I can quickly place. I actually think there is. Oh, well, here we go. Even the support, I love the supports of this roller coaster. It also reminds me of, like, these old, yeah, like, kid coasters you have actually in, like, a lot of parks. But I have to say, this does actually look really nice. I think this is going to be like a great coaster for like if you're building like a smaller park or like an old section of a park. Like this does feel like a roller coaster that's like 30 years old at this point. I have to say it does really fit the new pack. And I have to say the next roller coaster we're going to be looking at, guys, is amazing. So it is actually a suspended roller coaster, and I'm also just going to place the blueprint of it. If there is one, there is actually not a blueprint for this roller coaster, and I have to look where it is. There's so many coasters in this coaster tab. Here it is. It's the new gen inverting suspended coaster. Oh, I clicked it away. And I'm sure a lot of people are going to love building this roller coaster. I think this one you can compare the most with Hals über Kopf. I think it's somewhere in Germany, if I'm correct. And if we're just going to have a quick look at all the trains, and it does look extremely realistic. I really like, well, the color scheme doesn't matter too much, but even the floor goes down, the seats are, of course, well, the new gen, and it just looks really good. All of the detail, as always, is in there. Even like the chain lift and all of this, like, there's a lot of detail that comes with this coaster model. Of course, again, this is in the DLC, so you will have to pay for this, but I am sure this is going to be a perfect addition to, like, your family park, since this one can invert, but you don't have to invert. Alright, well, apart from these new roller coasters, there are a lot of new pieces in the toy pack. And I am not going to place every single one of them. There's probably different videos on YouTube that do that. But I can just quickly scroll through it. If we go to content packs, toy box, here we go. There is just so many things. There's cardboard roofs. There's, I don't know, even a screen. There's new effects, actually. Oh, these are like 2D versions of like fire. There's paint drip. There's a rainbow. As you can see, there's a lot of really cool and new effects. There's also this brand new character, which we're going to look in a little bit. If I'm correct, this is like the new staff person that you can place in your park. Clay balls. There's like a lot of strange pieces, I would say, but I'm pretty sure people are going to be able to use this as like tentacles or whatever that may be. There's also actually a new font kit, or I guess these are like kind of actually 2D, but that's really cool. I feel like there's like over 100 new decals, like from new signs that are pre-made. I'm not even sure what that means. To traffic signs, to whatever all of this is. There is a lot of decals. You can definitely build like some 2D parks right now. Then we also just got, it's very like kid friendly, this pack. And there's definitely some cool shapes. It is quite specific, I have to say, so I'm not entirely sure how much you're going to be able to use it, but like fans like this is just amazing, especially for your kid areas. And if I'm looking at it, there's also 3 new animatronics, which are like these sort of like these Playmobil figures. that looks kind of cool, actually. Oh, look at it going. That's very nice. And there's also this thing, a paramedic. Oh, that's a paramedic, an alien. Alright, and then I guess a police. There's also 29 new blueprints with all sorts of stuff that you, well, basically can see right here. And some of these are, oh my god, they are humongous. You can, of course, place these, you don't have to. Alright, let's have a look at the new staff. I always forget the name of these, actually. I'm not really sure if I can place them down here, but I guess I can. There we go. I think there's multiple versions of this. Yeah, there's a man and a woman version. There they go. Oh, these actually look really, really cool. They are like sort of like action figures by the looks of things. I'm not really sure what they're doing at the moment. I think they're wanting to go in the park. Wait, there you go, guys. You can enter the park, guys. What are they? I think they might be broken. All right, well, yeah, as you can see, they're walking around. They actually have like this screen at the front, which is actually moving, which is really cool. I don't know what they're doing, but they seem kind of broken when they try to enter and exit the park. I don't know what they're doing, but they're doing all sorts of animation. And that's pretty much it, at least for the new DLC. Now, there is a lot of new content actually in Update 8 itself. So let's get straight into that. So I'm just going to go down the list of what they wrote. There is a lot of new festive pieces returning from Planet Coaster 1. And this is basically the Christmas pack, or whatever you can call it. Let's have a look at scenery themes. And there's actually quite a lot happening right now. This is the festive theme. There we go. And if we go to create custom, all of these are back. This Christmas ball, basically anything Christmas related will be in here. From marshmallows to snowman to, well, I guess like snowman hats and stuff. I think this is like gingerbread walls, which is a fan favorite for a lot of people to actually build like these Christmas parks. There's a lot of Christmas decoration. So if you have a park, you can now actually decorate it with Christmas, which is going to be amazing. And tons of different like candy and all other sorts of things. There's probably, again, other YouTubers which place all of these and go full depth in all of these pieces. I won't do that, otherwise this video will be like 2 hours long. Also, with this update, we get like 5 or 6 new themed blueprints of like packs. I'm not going to go through all of the blueprints, but basically there are a lot more blueprints. As you can see, there's like festive blueprints right now. There seems to be these, which seem to be new to me at least. Oh my god, that looks difficult. There's the toy, which we already saw earlier. There seem to be some Western blueprints being back, and just a lot more, which I'm probably missing right now. Same for the flat rides. There's 10 new flat ride blueprints. Again, you can probably figure them out yourself, which ones they are. I feel like this looks pretty new to me. There's also new concrete scenery, like new concrete things, which this is going to be very good for actually like building more robust buildings. I think there's actually like a lot of concrete stuff. Yeah, I think all of these are new, like the small walls, all of this stuff is all new, or at least that's what's saying. There's like 50 new concrete pieces. All right, but let's have a look at what most of you probably have been waiting for: new weather effects. Of course, it's becoming a winter, so it is finally time to add snow to Planet Coaster 2. So let me go to weather, and I guess we're going to go all the way to the end and select snow. Now it's also -6, and with snow there comes tons of different changes and new, well, things you have to manage in your theme park. But as you can see, the whole park is now snowy, and this of course reacts to, well, the actual trees, the actual scenery you place. If you just place down a random blueprint, as you can see, the snow actually reacts to these props. Then if you like place this terrain, as you can see, there's actually like snow on all of these pieces, and oh, that just looks amazing. Snow will only fall in temperature and taiga biome. So in case you did, I think, tropical, and I'm not sure what the other one is, sadly you won't have snow in your park. That feels a little bit dumb. Like, if you're playing sandbox, at least like give me the setting to override that, since people didn't know that they would never have snow, I guess. There's a new guest need, which is warmth. So I guess if you click on this and go to their needs, there's dryness. Here, warmth, 93%. And if I have to guess, these people here are very cold. Yeah, right here, warmth. Okay, so these people are happy, but all the other ones are not really. I guess there's no warmth in my park since my park doesn't exist. But basically, you have to place heaters. They will like things that are covered. And like heated buildings and stuff, they will actually like that. Now there's a tons more other things, from pool heaters to new heat maps and all the other stuff with snow. There's a lot to go into, but basically warmth has been added to the game. Now another new weather that we actually got is thunderstorms, and that's going to change the park quite drastically. So let me enable this. As you can see, it actually starts to become a lot darker. The snow will, well, fade, as you can see. And now that it's dark, it has started to rain extremely hard, and you can see the flashes in the sky. Maybe we can even see the actual thunder in the sky if it comes around. No, I think I missed it actually. It's a little bit difficult to see. I don't think you can actually see it. That's you see it a little bit in the sky sometimes. But what's cool about lightning is that it can actually strike rides, and when they do, they will actually break down, and then the mechanic will have to fix them. And apart from rides, I think it can also, well, what it's saying, it can also strike, well, rides, generators, water pumps. If that happens, the guests will go in a panic state. Now, that doesn't sound the greatest when they're in the ride. I'm not sure what will happen, but I guess have enough mechanics in case it starts thundering. Alright, there's a lot of changes to heat maps. I'm not going to go through all of these changes. If you want to read all these general improvements, the link below is to the actual change log. There's changes to the notifications, sunburn, hot and cold, weather effects. There's new park utilities. The other thing you can actually do is scale animatronics. So if I'm just, again, going to quickly go here to animatronics, if I can find that for these 10 million options. Here they are. As you can see, you can now actually scale any animatronic. So this always used to be only this size. Now you can actually make them a very big dragon, or actually a very cute and small dragon. That is an awesome change. It will just actually give us so much more freedom with actually using the piece, since it's not only this size, but it's big and it's small. And that, if I'm correct, just is for every single piece. That is actually really cool. Good update. We have also gotten a new moving platform, and it is the spring. Let me actually change it back to just click to clear. Yeah, you can see it's the new spring, and when I actually move it around, it actually reacts to what I'm doing, and it will do the exact same when it's actually on a piece. It is very spring, as you can see. It does have loops. I'm not entirely sure what they do. I guess they just swing a little bit. So if we do very fast loop, it does that. Ultra fast. It goes back and forth every once in a while, I guess, which does look actually pretty cool. I guess if we add a thing on top of this, as you can see now, it actually is reacting towards this, and it's more heavy on this side. It's doing stuff. Same if I add this. I'm not entirely sure what's happening different, but as you can see, it is starting to do some weird movements. I'm not entirely sure how it works, but basically it's a spring. Now, there's also tons of updates to management and economy, changes to scenery and ride prestige, all of these things I don't care too much about, since it's mainly towards, I guess, the story mode and actually challenges, and if you play with money. There's new guest moods, there's tons of bug fixes and other stuff, and there might be actually a few things that I've missed, but I think these are the main things, apart from I think 2 improvements to the last DLC we got, the sorcery pack. Let me just, I think this coaster, the Automax, can now stand still on a piece, but the other one, if I can find it. Oh wait, I'm actually seeing a new roller coaster. I think the other version, which I'm not sure which one it is, I think it's this one. This one can actually also go backwards. So if I place this one down, yeah, as you can see, it will actually first make a chain lift on this side, and then when you're finished, you will actually go to the other side. And if I have to guess, when you start testing it, it will actually first start going backwards. So this is more the actual, I feel these coasters are mainly used to actually, well, do this. But let me go back to the other roller coaster. Here it is. It's the raid coaster, of course. So a ton of people has been asking this, I feel since it actually got announced. So this coaster used to be only able to launch Now we finally also got chain lifts. Of course, this is mainly because of Conda in real life, but this is going to be amazing. I am sure a lot of people are going to build this roller coaster with its chain lift, since it is just like sort of like the new gen hyper coaster in some way. And I guess now you can also build like coasters like Falcon's Flight actually. So this is also a really good addition actually to a previous DLC. I think these are like the main new additions to this game. There's maybe some smaller things I have missed. In case I did, let me know down in the comments. But that's the end for this update video. If you enjoyed this video and you thought it was helpful and I should do more of these, let me know down in the comments, guys. And I will say, as always, goodbye.